Hello, and welcome to another video. My name is Dylan. I use she, her pronouns. Today we are drawing another Oc-tober piece. Today's piece is day 5 at sunset. And today we are drawing my character, Gracelin, who uses they, them pronouns. And oh my goodness, look, it's actually me remembering to do the background before the character. It's a never before seen thing. This the zone shimmer star. Why did I just give myself a random accent? Anyway, now that we've mentioned that I actually managed to do the background before the character and got the speed paint properly put in this time, not just the latter half, let's begin talking about the piece and my character Gracelin. I feel like this would probably end up having been a photo taken by Grace's husband, James. He ended up setting up where Grace would have sat and how it would have looked and stuff. I probably would have enjoyed sitting for a little while and looking over the picture together. With Gracelin, really doesn't matter. Pupils aren't exactly following the same direction, seeing as they would canonically be missing their left eye and just wearing a fake one. To properly get glasses drawn, I will end up doing it on another layer in white, then inverting the color and erasing what is not supposed to be visible under them before merging the two layers back together. That's at least the method I find most easiest to do. Gracelin would be a side character in a story, more slice of life story I've been kind of working at in the background, thinking of ideas for called Baker's Trio. I kind of want to work up, might do after I get further on with some of my current comics. Can you tell I don't use a script when recording videos? I just tend to say whatever the heck comes to mind while I'm recording. And the pose reference I'm using for this piece is this one by Melon Soup on like Instagram and Pinterest and other such platforms. I think one bit for this piece that would be inconsistent with their character is they're all alone, seeing as they're quite a bit family-oriented type character, often adores hanging around with their children and or others that they might consider a part of their family. And it looks like we have moved on to coloring in the piece now. Quite like how I decided to color their eyes for their design. It's just such a pretty design, in my opinion. And well, it's the first time I really gave a character this formal look, I believe. Called Hazel Eyes. I'm not really too familiar with what various natural eye colors would be referred to as. Mostly too unnatural. I feel like their children probably would have convinced them to put that patch on there. overalls. Now we've already made it the coloring in liner. Yippee! When Gracelin is not taking care of our kids or spending time with their husband, James, they're often out in their garden and tending to it, as we'll see in a future day of Oc-tober. That is one of the pieces I did. Even though Gracelin is considered blind, I still can see a little bit. It's just that her vision is pretty fuzzy and can only really see stuff clearly. It's pretty close to them in their face. And here is where I glitched a bit of the speed paint, and I had not realized that it was two different files that I had, and it nearly ended up only giving you this half of the speed paint instead of the whole thing. That was until I noticed where exactly the drawing was at. I was like, wait a minute, we shouldn't be starting on color in the liner. We should start with the line art. Since I only color the liner after I've put all the colors down. I feel like I'm definitely getting better at talking over these speed paints and having more to say, and figuring out more to say during them. I have it that I have these weather powers that often react to their emotions, so they will often go out while upset, just sit out in the rain and let it calm their thoughts and stuff. And it looks like right about here is where we finish off coloring the liner in and move on to shading. And I've already had the shading colors picked out since I had already used them somewhat shaded for the background for the piece. Nowadays, I think the hardest part of shading is probably keeping consistent and remembering where I'm actually having the light coming from in a specific piece. And for this, Gracelin is only lit up on the edges of their body, and most of what we can see is covered in shadow. And I think that about wraps up all I want to talk about for this piece. What I have to talk about for Gracelin's story right now. And here's where the speed paint ends. And that will be the end of the video too. Till next time, bye-bye.